everything is all right. And we know everything ain't all right. But I want to let you know that everything will be all right. She's in a posture that has placed her in a position of dysfunction.
Yes, sir.
All she sees is those things which are beneath her. Her pain is so heavy that it is almost impossible for her to raise up her head.
Yeah.
The King James says she could in no wise raise herself up.
Come on, preacher.
The Amplifier said she couldn't even look up. But I hear a scripture saying, lift up your head, all ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors. This ain't an option right here. This is a commandment that when I come into the presence of God and when I realize who God really is, I need to be able to lift up my head, because everything I've been responding to, I need to finally see who it is that has been sustaining me. Someone here knows. Somebody right here knows. Somebody might be on your road, knows what it feels like when you can't raise your own self up. When life has become so painful and so overwhelming that it is difficult for you to raise up your own head. You can identify when life is so painful that just trying to look up is completely painful. I know believers, I know Sister King, I know believers don't get into this point, but this woman had to be a believer. She had faith and she had trust and confidence in what was past her situation, because she kept showing up. You got to know here that sometimes the pain you bear ain't your responsibility to bear. You put on a good face. Somebody may be down and downtrodden and even broken, been over and overwhelmed by guilt and defeat and violence and molestation and untalked about issues and unhealthy relationships and unhealthy emotions and dysfunctional family problems and generational curses, the divorce you had, the family problems going on, that just can't let it go, that just can't help it. You've been bent over for years and you've been yearning for a new perspective. There's a word.
There is a word
for your situation.
Preach.
You've been yearning to see things differently. You've been yearning to see something other than somebody else's shoes all the time. You've been yearning to have a dance of your own. You've been yearning to have a praise that can connect you with your miracle. You've been yearning for years for the situation to change. And it ain't getting no better. It's actually getting worse. But there is a word for your situation. What's my word? God is still in control of it all.
Yeah.
There is something special in this setting of this miracle. What's special about it, Elder King? I'm glad you asked. It is that they're in the synagogue on the Sabbath day. Some of everybody is there. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the ones who just came to see.
Yes, sir. You're preaching good.
They all there. The busybodies and the nobodies. the know-it-alls. And them three brothers my daddy told me to keep out of his house. I don't know. Y'all know that one. We used to come and say, who did that? And me and my brother look at each other and we say, I don't know. And he said, I'm gonna whoop all three of y'all because I told y'all don't let them three back in my house no more. Y'all catch that later. But everybody was there.
Yeah.
And they knew this woman because for 18 years she had been bent over. She was a church girl. She had come through the sunshine band. She had been in the purity class. She graduated to the YWCC. 18 years of this time. She been struggling with this. She was a church girl. She knew how to clap on the 2 and the 4, but she couldn't look up and see who was beating on the 2 and the 4. Everything she had was connected to her as far as worship was what she could hear, but nothing of what she could see. Here is where Jesus, the word, comes to life. That you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. She couldn't see a way out, but she could hear something. Something gotta be better than this. Yeah, she's a church girl. Theologians suggest that she had an evil spirit, which had divine permission to attack her. If this is true, then her issue is a God thing. If God can give your issue permission to come into your life and manifest, He is the same God that can cause the issue and give it an expiration date. Some of you have been wondering when this issue is going to come to an end. I came by to tell you that even your issue is subject to the voice of God. And He didn't send this thing on you to allow you to be taken out by this thing. This thing in your life did not come into your life, and He's going to allow it to kill you. And if it does take you out, it didn't take me out by my own hand, because God will still get the glory. I know it's a trick of the enemy. You want to stop me, and you want to block me, you want to kill me, and you want to stop me, but I can't be stopped. I can't be blocked. You don't try to hinder me. You may have slowed me down, but I want to let you know what's mine is mine. And this miracle got my name on it. Because I just keep on. Hey! But He sent this thing. He sent this thing. He sent this thing. What you talking about, Elder King? The Bible says, run the race that thus so easily beset you. And then He says, run this race that has been set before you. Did y'all know something? We ain't all running the same race. We ain't all running the same race. So stop looking at everybody else. I got my own race to run. Stop looking at the Joneses. Stop trying to keep up with somebody else. Stop saying they done got blessed and God done did this for them. God did that. God, when He gonna do it for me? We ain't running the same race.